I'm doing a brake job, front brakes, a 2017 Santa Fe. So I take this cap off. This is a brake reservoir. Not everybody does it. I like to do it. And we'll get this up and get these apart. You can see just about no pad left on there. I think the other side's even more. I think it's just grinding. So replacing pads and rotors on here. Alright, first I'm going to start with getting these screws out here. So I got this impact thing where you hit it. So it's easier to start with this because this caliper and stuff is going to hold it so it doesn't spin while you're trying to get these out. And now I got these hooks. That's just to hang the caliper so it doesn't just hang on the brake line. So I can adjust this up. So we're going with this. There's one on the top and bottom. It's a 14 millimeter. One right here on the bottom. So normally just after you just kind of break it loose, you can take it off with your fingers. That goes aside. Now we should be able to take this off. And this I'm going to hang on the hook up here so that way it doesn't just hang on this line. You don't want to put stress on that line. Turn this around here. So we got bolts here and here. Let's get a flashlight, and these are 17. So these are 17 here, right down here. These ones are going to be a little harder. If you notice, these brakes do have these little springs. Just pop these out. Hopefully the new pad kit that we get comes with new ones. That bottom one is in there. muscle on that one. So I'm only going to show the one side because the other side's going to be the same. I've showed doing these brakes. I may have, but what does it really matter? Almost. There we go. Another thing you're going to want to make sure when we're going to put these, we're going to make sure these, we're going to re-grease these, but you want to make sure they move. So here's, so this side, the other side's worse than this, but this side was almost down to nothing. Now we want to get this rotor off, and since we're not cutting it, we're reusing it, we got new ones. I'm gonna hit it with a hammer. Boom. Now, since I have this off, I'm going to blow this all out with air and kind of clean it up some. Alright, another thing we got to do before we put new stuff on is we are going to need to push this piston back. I'm using this tool here, like a ratcheting kind of, this is kind of a cheap one. As you can see, it's actually easier without a camera in my way. I keep it. Another thing you can do is get one of these, push it back that way. Should go back relatively easy. It's going to take a little bit. See it's going in. Got that all the way back in and reset. And clean these up. Take those. These. I'm gonna get all the rust off it. See it's shiny there, and it's all rusty. That's what we're getting off. So we're not like cutting it, we're just surfacing. Got them some shiny and cleaned up. Now we want to clean these up for better brake grease. Take these slides out. So if it's full of rusty, it doesn't go in right, you're going to want to clean that up so it's smooth. I don't know why I have purple stuff. Usually it's like a gray or irrelevant. Brake grease. Put that back in. This one side has the plastic. I don't know if it makes a difference which side it goes on, but I always put it back in the same side I took it out. So we got that nice and smooth. Got a pad fit here. Does come with those little springs I took off. It comes with new ones, which is good. I've had some that don't come with them. Just put a little grease on there. Same with the other side. top of those on both ends. Now this is where you want to pay attention. These are the indicators, these things that stick out. When the brake pad gets all the way down there, this will start rubbing on the rotor and usually cause like a squeaking. So you want to make sure this is on the inside. So if my rotor sits on the wheel like this, I want this to be on the bottom, on the inside. And then the other side's not going to have. It also has these little ridges there. You put them on the inside, the piston and stuff gets stuck on them. It's hard to slide it out when you change them next time. And things just don't line up right. So that is one side ready to go. Alright, for the rotors, now there's probably going to be a layer of like oil or grease on them to keep them from rusting. So you want to clean that off before you put them on. Just take my brake cleaner. Them up. You get these are those screw holes that we took out, so make sure those are in the right spot. You can see little screws for it. Still got these, I haven't forgotten about them yet. See if we get this. It's going to be on the bottom. You may even have to leave this pad off to tighten it, because that kind of comes off over the bolt. If that's what you got to do, it's not a big deal. I might even take it out because it's probably going to be in my way. Get your 17 out again. Now, I don't know the torque spec on these, because I'm getting them tight. I'd have to look it up or something. Tight, get that back in. Now, we put this back on. Now I'm going to put those little springs on. And there's little holes. And these push the pads apart. And that's why I wait to put them on, because you can push them off when you're trying to. It can be kind of a pain. Spreads them apart, so I want to hold them together while I put these on. Pinch these together and then slide this over just like that. Those 14 millimeters again. Those on there, sometimes it'll turn right here. You can hold it with your hand usually and it's tightened. Otherwise you can pull like a wrench on there, tighten. Usually it's not an issue. Here we get the brakes on. Put the wheel back on, and you want to pump the brakes a few times before you go drive it, and then test drive it. Make sure everything's working good before you give it back to the customer. Hopefully I've had some information and helped you. If it did, leave a thumbs up, be sure to comment and subscribe. I'll see you in another one.